Now, caregiving has been complicated by the current global pandemic. A caregiving team may be composed of a constellation of loved ones and family members, both near and far. And during the best of times, this can allow for more support for patients and caregivers. However, the pandemic has changed things significantly. Often families are separated by distance, and this can cause conflict and tension between those who are in town and those who are out of town. Furthermore, many of our patients are at higher risk, and thus close contact just isn't possible anymore. And this can exacerbate many aspects of caregiving distress. A few tips for caregivers who can't physically be with their loved ones during the pandemic. Make time to check in with the caregivers who are local and be creative about finding ways to support the caregivers who are in the home. And ask them how you can be most helpful to your loved one. Scheduling virtual visits can also be helpful. So much of our life has transitioned to the virtual realm, but scheduling regular check-ins with your loved one can just help both of you to feel that love and care. You don't always have to have a deep and meaningful conversation. It could be just checking in, sharing a joke, watching a show together, but just taking time regularly to make that contact. And during those times, it also might afford an opportunity to the local caregivers to engage in some self-care. We want to encourage you to observe your emotions. It's important to recognize that this is extremely difficult. This pandemic has limited our traditional means of coping and connecting with others. So know that it's normal to feel sad or anxious or overwhelmed. We want you to continue to engage in self-care. There may be an impulse to be harder on yourself since you're not physically around your loved one. But we want you to stay as healthy as possible so that when we are able to be together again, you can be there for your loved one. It's important to do your best to maintain your routine, and this includes engagement in the things that you do to help you feel good, to nurture your physical and mental health.